Fuck.
Damn!
Thought I was gonna slip in there.
So did I have enough now. We get a lot of quests completed there. But of course, that one... Your nut was human shielding for the other well, it was a little bit of both. I actually killed her and they killed me. How you doing? Damn it. I should have switched guns. I had an arc welder. What am I doing? I'm a dumbass. I'm a dumbass. I'm a dumbass.
Get that med kit.
Shit. Sorry. I wasn't watching. That was my bad. 6 ain't bad.
Wait, I thought I had a... So, you can... There's a thing... I thought I picked it up.
A self-revive?
Yeah, I thought I had a self-revive on me. Fuck.
She got me I thought I got the one and I got cocky. That's my problem.
Oh, shit. They got me good.
That's alright, I got the rest of them.
Mike.
Fuck them
Almost
all.
to the left right here. Right here, right here.
Got them all.
You son of a scum.
Yeah, I know. They both had laser guns, so we were done.
They're not even the same.
No, fuck you too. And your dog. Because I have my dog here.
There goes another.
Alright. Lady, if you're gonna stare at my stuff, at least take it. Jesus.
I love when I say that.
Well, I got a sniper rifle on top of an air balloon. It's not like I'm...
That's what I like about this one. Blitz doesn't have that sniper shit. This is good.
Oh, I'm an asshole with a sniper rifle.
You can pick up... I mean, you said sniper, but I understood... Oh, yeah, no.
Fuck you, I got the crowd. Mike the Ref Maloney, Big Bad Boris on the call here tonight. It is
Super kick!
Let go! Let go!
Third! Super kick party! Yeah, pay the money for that. Yes! This life is going great! Let's go!
She's healthy.
Let's go!
Is she healthy?
Yeah!
Apparently, she's back.
Hey, yo, 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 and away we go, and thank God my audio's working, because I just rebooted my computer, and my Go XLR was all over the place here, chat. I just gotta check one quick thing here before we get going here. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I gotta do some redecorating real quick here. How you doing? How y'all doing today? Hope you're doing well. We're gonna move this over to this side of the screen today. And I'm going to slink over more over this way as we go. How y'all doing today? We are now streaming both in horizontal and in vertical on YouTube. So if you are at all interested, we are going to have to move things around a little bit here to make it a little more kosher. But hope everybody's doing well today. Hope everybody's having a great afternoon, great evening. Had a great day today. Personally, got a lot of work done myself. I think it was 3 or 4 videos I got done today. Ended up doing up my Christmas presents. By the way, my Christmas presents primarily go to streamers, just because I support those that support me, kind of thing. You know, conversely, you know, that's how we support the world, just cha-ching back and forth everywhere. Yeah. Other than that, getting ready for the Game Awards tomorrow. By the way, we will be watch along here. It's not Sidecast. We will actually have the broadcast on our screen as we go along, and we'll be chatting about some of the games coming up. Really excited after the Evo announcements, and apparently there's going to be like 4 or 5 games that I'm really looking forward to that are actually going to be part of the broadcast going on. So that they're actually going to create and show up here for some stuff here. So, but yeah, literally as I popped on stream today, they, under the settings, they literally gave me a option to add a vertical canvas to this. I'm like, all right, anything to do that. Hey, Ms. Zodiac, how you doing tonight, Chris? I hope you're doing well. Big news coming all the way down today, as always. We're getting Jack Perry is getting his debut match tonight in the C2, and who better to have it against than the defending champion, Kuzuzhka Okada. We got Speedball Mike Bailey versus Kyle Fletcher tonight. We got the Texas Tornado tag match with the Ops and Swerve and Hangman. We got, of course, Eddie Kingston and Samoa Joe. And then I don't think it will be the main event, but I wish it was. The women's tag team tournament finals, the Babes of Wrath versus the Timeless Love Bombs, which I understand is a little bit of a in terms of a overall setting, but I still think it's going to be a good match. I think we all can pick different teams that we'd want to see in the final there, but yeah. Oh, by the way, Backbreaker Wrestling is really starting to come together pretty good here. And I know a lot of our subs, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do for them to try and get them involved in the game. And Chris, I think I got an idea for you and McGee. So if you don't have anything done by the time we get going, I will, maybe I'll have to surprise you guys with what I've got planned. But yeah, it's all in good taste. It's all in good fun. Give you a deadline, December 31st. Simple. If I don't have the game up by then, or if I don't have the roster up by then, we're at least going to do some exhibition matches and try to taking the piss out of you. I'm not a bathroom, man. I was like, wow, that's a different statement there. But no, tonight we're gonna have a lot of fun. Like I said, I have moved over a little bit because it appears that YouTube has started rolling out vertical. Oh, mock the hell up. Oh no, this is actually. I want each of these characters to somewhat make sense. However, I can announce that. So here's one thing I want to do. And this is what I love about Backbreaker Wrestling. It's the same concept I have with what I've been doing with Backbreaker Media over the years. Like taking people that just want a forum and just want a place to get some extra exposure from where they are. Bring them in, let them put their stuff up on our channel and get it out there into the world. I'm actually extending that into the wrestling world here. So from the Extra Life Wrestling promotion, we are getting Walker Pipe Guy popping down here, as well as Fanboy Brian. From KVC Wrestling, we got Nick Ontario and Nats will be in there as well. Sorry, I don't have a name off the top of my head, but the ring name on top of my head. I also have Kayla J that's already been done. I got to work on the details. I'm going to readjust Mike the Ref a little bit. The only problem is some of these guys, I actually have to play the game to get it set up. Hey, Nats. We were just talking about you. If you didn't hear, Nick got me the download for your character. for Backbreaker Wrestling. So at least I think it is. So it looks like we're gonna be able to set that up, and you'll be a part of it. And we're gonna get started here. Hopefully in January. If we don't get it in the universe mode right away, at least we'll get it in some exhibition matches. Oh no, I will put this straight up, Nats. The reason it's going to take me a little bit of time, and I want to get it done enough so I can get some matches in before 26, because I think pretty much everything starts over in 26, right? Oh shit, we're starting with a tag title match right off the bat. It makes sense. If you're not going to main event it, you might as well open with it, right? What I'm going to do is try to set the OVR, the overall rating for every wrestler, at the same number. That way when we sim... Oh, this weekend's going to be fun. It sucks. By the way, I hate to bring the bad news, but I'll get it out of the way right now. I will not be here for Collision on Saturday. Unfortunately, there's this thing called a job that I have to partake in until Collision's pretty much over. Collision starts at 2:30 my time. Hanukkah, oh, that's right. We're getting into the Christmas season now, and it's going to be interesting. Like, I'll be straight up with you guys. PTO is the hack, yeah. That's... Christmas has never felt less to me this year than any other holiday that I've seen in a very long time, to be honest. But happy Hanukkah regardless, as Zodiac is said as well. I love the outfits of Willow and Harley here, by the way. But I do have the 23rd to the 28th off, so we're going to be here on the 27th for World's End, as well as the 24th and 25th for Dynamite and Collision. I will be here for both of those. But yeah, we are in the round of not being here for Collision the next few weeks. During the Saturdays, right? The next two Saturdays, so... You figure it'd be automatic that Aubrey would be a part of this match, right? Once again, anybody checking this out on the YouTube Shorts right now, I do appreciate it. Nats, that's the other big news that just came down. YouTube just put a button on my dashboard saying, would you like to connect to dual streaming on YouTube for nothing? And automatically set. The picture might not be perfect. We will work on that when we get it, but you know what? Get it out there as fast as we can, right? Got my dad a deluxe set of Rush Greatest Hits. One of my favorite band. Nice. I will definitely give you this. So yeah, if you're watching on YouTube Shorts, you'll actually have us on the channel right now. I don't know if the chat's coming up because, well, frankly, it literally got thrown into me 20 minutes before we started. So, hey, Dodger, how you doing? Hope you're doing well tonight. Wonder who they put the titles on, Jay Quick? I think it's going to be Harley and Willow, personally. However, the interview they did with Mina sort of... I gotta get that fixed with the graphics, sorry. Twitch has their automatic redeem logo, and Blurp's got their own thing, so yeah. I will get that fixed, but thank you for the wasted, by the way. A little upset you did stick around for Fortnite on Monday there. Tony going sniffing? You like it? Is it, it's not perfect, but we're... Oh, you see the chat underneath too? Okay, so yeah, there isn't... But all it is just YouTube chat right now, right? Because there isn't the cross-brand chat available on that quite yet. I will work on that chat. Don't worry. So yeah, once we get going, I will be able to have everything there. When am I plan on playing Fort again? The plan is Sunday, but like I said, Sunday, Monday's usually where I fit it in for right now. The fact we get Hangman and Swerve as a team. Hey, Jay Quick. I'm more than excited to see that. I'm also thinking the team's going to fall apart right after the match because I think we are going to eventually get the triple threat at World's End. Makes me wonder if we're going to get a triple threat or are we going to get one of the two of them going after the title. I think it's going to be a triple threat personally. I really want Harley to get a title. Honestly, to end the year, it would actually be a pretty cool thing. No, for the rest of the year, sort of Fortnite is call it by year, but we might be doing it. Well, oh, thank you, Michael, for the compliment. What's AEW Dynamite? You're in the States, of course, right, Dodger? If you turn on TBS right now, you'll see exactly what we're watching right now. Or if you have the HBO app, you'll be able to see it. If you're in Canada, it's on TSN2. I like the fact that both teams are actually pulling off moves here. Like, team moves. Like, they're actually trying to work as a team. It's really tough. It's really weird, but... Yes, it's pro wrestling. It is basically the counter company to WWE. Or another company. I don't want to say counter. Counter gives so many bad connotations to it. It's a different type of wrestling, right? Willow just... I hate to say it, but titty slap it everywhere. Yeah, we're watching that tonight, and then after this, we'll be hanging out with a little WWE 2K25 My GM, the online version. We want to see if we can get everybody to a 10th trophy. Everybody gets into the Hall of Fame when we're around, so we might even get there tonight, depending on how things go tonight. So we'll have to add things up and see how things go. But once again, everybody, just thank you for being here. And so, Dodger, I got to ask you, you are the baseball guy here, and since we got a split second here, what do you think about Alonso to the Orioles? Or more importantly to you, how do you feel about Diaz to the Dodgers? With the highest AAV for a pitcher ever. The race for second place begins tonight. Yep. You're so far ahead, it don't even matter at this point, right? I'm thinking if we get to everybody to 10 trophies by the end of the fourth season, it's almost going to be academic how things wrap up here. So we'll have to see how things go because I don't want to keep anybody up too late here. Sleep deprivation can be a horrible thing with some things like this, but no, as made it to Hall of Fame, you're number one. You never know, that file might get corrupted somehow. It's funny because we all did get the Hall of Fame graphic for you. You just got it yourself. That's the one thing I find a little frustrating on that. So, thanks, Stream Elbits, for reminding me what I got to do here tomorrow. I'm thinking I'm probably going to postpone tomorrow's. No, you know, we might even pop into the morning. I'll let you guys know if I get up early enough. Might do a quick stream of Horizon tomorrow. But the big thing for tomorrow night, we will be here for the Game Awards. We get to see all the brand new games that are coming out. And maybe talk a little bit about plans about what's going to be happening for next year. I'm going to do a little bit more of a formal stream about that later on in the month. As we go through it, in the tradition, we rank all the games that we played this year. In terms of basically create a tier list of all the games that we played this year and see how it goes. Everybody has their tier list based on the top games of the year. Well, for me, it qualifies as the games we played. So the list will be a little different just because we did play some older games, some different games. And we're definitely going to have a couple clunkers on our list. Probably get started on that next week here. We might even do that. It might be on Boxing Day, depending how much we get done with Horizon next week or between this week and next week. I'm sort of saving Boxing Day. I like to have all my games, like all my storyline games, done by New Year's. Sort of like we have a clean slate coming out of it, so. Holy Willow. That was a hell of a sell there by Willow. Normally normally when you do a DDT, you flip back, like flip over your head. She literally went backwards onto it, so. Now, I have to ask everybody here, what do you all think of the women's tournament overall? I know that I know there's been a little disappointment as it almost feels like the wrong people get the wrong spots. LeBlanc. Yeah, that would. It's a good way to put it. Got that figure four hooked in deep. It was let deep. Oh, God, they're playing the comedy spot, aren't they? Deep at Harley Cameron? I will just put it like that for you. Oh my God, everybody's just chopping everybody just for the hell of it here. Yes, I will get my thirsty hydrate out of the way. Thank you once again. I got to do it this way because, you know, we got the vertical streaming here. I got to get this straight here. So yeah, just a reminder that if you are getting ready for a collision on Saturday, make sure you get there 3.5 hours earlier. I got to make sure to record it. I'm going to try to watch it before we get into get into my GM on Saturday so I can give you my thoughts overall on what I think about it, but and we might start a little earlier on Saturday. I know we're gonna say we're gonna do after Cena's last match, but depending on how things go, we might literally do that. Because the report right now said, of course, it's Meltzer, so everybody's like, oh, maybe, sure, possibly. But apparently, Gunther and Willow with a... Okay. If Willow comes in for the save off that, I got a feeling Harley's going to get the pin here. Two ladies that deserve a title more than anybody else right now. Yes, they're on different levels, if you ask me, in terms of what titles they should have, but Harley and Willow... Like, I would love to see Harley win that TBS title. Kicked her in the ass. I think Harley was a little off there. And she's bleeding too. Oh my God! Crossroads! Crossroads! Or she calls it the final move! Here we go! 1, 2, yeah! I love the crowd is absolutely going nuts right now. I'm going nuts. This is what we wanted. With all due respect, I know blah is the way to put it, but you put it on a good team to finish. And Harley's got the Harley Quinn face right now. Busted open with that back fist. God bless that sign in the front row. I love women's wrestling. Do I think there should have been another team they were facing? Possibly. Did they get the right team out of the pair that they had? I believe it was a right on. Let me know what you guys think of the chat. Think it was the right choice they made for the Chaz Walker? Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I think this is the right pick. It's the first title for both of them. Because Willow never got the TBS title. She should have. It's not just lipstick. How you doing today, Walker, by the way? And oh, here we go. You deserve a chance. You can see Harley legit crying right now. This crowd. Oh, there you go. Harley's trying to get out of the way, and yeah, no. I love this. I really do like this for the good start. Now, we're gonna get the handshake, or we're gonna get. Yeah. Maybe try to retire this laptop over the holiday. This thing's just crawling it. Hey, it could very well could be the stream too, but just so you know, we are on the Backbreaker Video YouTube channel, both on regular form and on short form. So YouTube has now offered a dual setup, so it's all automatic right now. We aren't able to put in our own little setup properly, but you know what? I don't mind. But yeah, are you have a desktop at home, right, Walker? Like not just a laptop? So I can tell you this poor crap top, it struggles pretty bad. Yeah, that's fair. Like right now, the old laptop I use for streaming, I've actually moved it over to be my editing one. So when I do a video, it can just sit and chug all at once. Laptop's a cam thing. PC at home runs like a... yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, just... my God, do I love Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe, to me, if I had to put a... hear me out, chat. Let me know if you guys have a good comparison for the two here. As we go to commercial break here, during the show here. To me, Samoa Joe is a combination of the skills of Taz and the promo skill of Jake Roberts. Would that be a fair comparison, or would you pick two other wrestlers to put together on that? I'm very interested to hear your thoughts and ideas on it. So, but to me, it's just an awesome pair put together. Like you want an ultimate villain for your promotion. Samoa Joe seems to be that guy. It fits so well, and I love every second of it. But yeah, it's been a bit, just sitting back and looking at this tournament. Yeah, I think it was a bit of there wasn't the sense of split up. It's pretty accurate. Joe doesn't yell unless he's absolutely has to, and in the ring he's ruthless. Yeah, like for me, it just seems like a perfect combination. But yeah, as we in terms of the women's tournament, I do wish there were a couple other victories some other way, and I wish a different team would have been in the final. But in almost a certain way, it almost feels like Mina and Tony were giving Harley and Willow sort of their blessing on this, rather than, like, I can see where TK's thinking is. I don't like it personally. I would prefer to have it set up that, maybe the Mega Problems or TJ on that other side, or even adjust the draw to have the Sisters of Sin on the other side of the bracket. But having those two experienced wrestlers basically putting over two people that have not had a title before almost feels like this is a moment of clarity for them. So I will take that as a bit of a win here. But let's get ready for our next matchup here. Let's get the updated stats for you on the screen here after Saturday's performances. And unfortunately, I did not have an official graphic for Jack Perry, so Jack Perry gets the letter graphics. So Jack Perry is assuming an 0-1 record. He's taking over for Darby Allin, who was pulled out of the tournament. And he basically gets one of the two toughest draws to go into this in one Kuzuzhka Okada. Oh. Yeah, Mox. I'll count you out right now. We talked about this. Which giant news are you talking about, Nats? You talking about Pete Alonso to the Orioles? Oh, yeah, we were talking about it on Saturday when Mercedes lost her title. Is that the one you're talking about? Oh, no, I didn't hear about anything about the taping tonight. And I don't think any of us really watches the week-to-week ROH. Who showed up? Is it a show-up or a stretcher? That's the only thing I ask. Oh, okay, Steve Barton showed up. Oh, that's cool. Just getting the opportunity to have him out there, like, that'll be on next week's episode of ROH. So if you get a chance, definitely check it out. The man who looks like Crocodile Dundee coming out now. Good for good for him to come out. Good for him to get a match in. I know that they're going to he's got a self-forged knife. Yeah, absolutely. That's his own self-forged knife. And I think he just threw it to Excalibur. Oh no, he hit Shivani in the head with it. Never mind. Little bit of murder here once in a while ain't a big deal, right? Oh, Callis is out there. Never mind. That makes more sense. I'd be shooting a dagger at Callis too, but the only difference is I probably have it unsheathed. His song should be The Man They Call Steve. See, it's actually interesting. I wonder how... as we have Okada coming out, which is always a delight. As he comes out with the international title, which just threw a dagger into all this here, so... sometimes in wrestling, people don't want to be associated with their parents, their famous parents. Like, I've made no bones about it. I've said it 100%. I am good friends with Rachel Ellering. Like, I was one of the first interviews she ever did as a wrestler when she trained up here in Alberta. And one of the things that we did in our first interview, like, as a professional interviewer, and we're going to start getting into a lot of memories and a lot of experiences because we're going on 15 years coming up next week. Or sorry, next month will be 15 years for me. So I'll be coming up with a lot of these stories. one of the things I always learned is you ask the person before you do the interview, is there anything you don't want to talk about? And the biggest thing she didn't want to talk about was the fact that she was her dad's daughter. Because she wanted to carve her own name out in the business and wanted to feel like she earned her own spot, which in many respects she did. She's now part of the ROH roster. She's on, she'll be on ROH TV this week, taking on Zeta Steel. But yeah, sometimes it's nice to get him the exposure, but eventually he's gonna have to show why he is meant to be there and not just there because of his dad. And sometimes that's easier for people to take that pressure, and sometimes they don't want that pressure. So either way, you could go with that. Well, Jack, it was fun while it lasted, but oh boy, you got to get Merc good. All right, go get your steak. I love steak night. I had a nice big roast beef tonight. So I'm fired up and ready to go for tonight. So what if he goes out to Tanahashi, drops the international title to him, and he retires with him? That would be a bonus. I would love to see it. I don't think they're going to give him an AEW title to go out the door with. He stole that from Mox. Callis trying to recruit from the commentary table and nobody wants him there. Oh shit. Right into the grip guy. So are we going to get another injury in that spot? Could you imagine 2 injuries in the same spot? Like, nobody's going to want to take the last 3 matches. And we're just going to have forfeits. Because, yeah, who does Perry got left after this? Fletcher, Bailey, Pac. I don't know if that Murderer's Row, if I lost this one, if I was 0-2 going into that 3rd match, I'm not taking that spot. Because I personally am fully confident that 3 losses will knock you out of the playoffs. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Everything that we're going through here, it looks like 10 points get you into the playoffs. Whether it's whether it's a one-off playoff, whether it's a head-to-head. Because if you look at it right now on the other side, Claudio and Takeshita both have the advantage over Moxley in terms of the tiebreaker, and the only way that could work out is if they tie. But I totally think it's going to be Takeshita Okada. Like, TK's got such a hard-on for that matchup. Like, I think you're probably going to get Fletcher I guess in that case it would be I guess you would get Takeshita and Fletcher on one side and Okada and Claudio on the other, who would probably end up being in the playoffs. That's at least my predictions. If you guys have different ones, feel free to drop them in chat here. But, of course, those are the most obvious picks, so TK's trying to find a way to meander, peruse, sneak around, and try to figure out how to adjust and fix there. So, but yeah, like I'm looking at final will be Fletcher and Claudio. So literally Okada is out of the finals. The only reason I say that it probably will be Takeshita and Okada is because TK's just got a hard on for that match and he wants to have it before New Japan does. Because you got to imagine they want to try and run that match back on January 5th. The, what is it? Wrestle Dynasty is what it's called. The opposite of Forbidden Door, the New Japan version. In New Japan, they used to have New Year's Dash on the 5th, but now they seem to have moved it off into a co-branded show with AEW, with CMLL. Similar to what Forbidden Door is supposed to be, but I don't even know what's going on with that because, well, right now they have 0 matches announced for it. And typically when they do New Year's Dash, they don't announce anything for it just because they announce it as the fallout from Wrestle Kingdom. So I wonder what you have for the main event of Wrestle Kingdom at this point. Do you do Okada and Tanahashi as the main? Or do you do Tsuji and Takeshita as your main? My personal feeling, if you're gonna do a title change, you put the title on the last match. If you're not, I would do the Tanahashi match as a finale, just to leave the fans leaving on a good note. Hell, half the Blue League is entering must-win territory. 2 losses will pretty much kick you out of... Like, Strong's pretty much out if you ask me. Like, the most he's going to get is 9, and the only guy he can catch up is the Mox. Not the most perfect execution there, but this crowd's going with it. I'll give him that. Fletcher tried to keep, Callis tried to keep impartial on this. I think Roddy was out when he was announced. I think having Roddy entered into the C2 is basically just a way to allow him to get that heel turn out, right? Thought Moxley bears. I thought he'd get shut out. I'll be honest. I thought he was going to get plain old shut out. Where Claudio wins everything and Mox loses everything. Basically turning into what a male version of Monet at this point. But I got to give Monet credit. She beat Layla Gray on Saturday to rebound after losing the TBS title. Or losing the ROH TV title, sorry. Go over that Poison Rada, just did not work. Sorry, Perry, you're done. Oh, missed 2. Now he hits it. Oh, God. The Busaiko knee. I know he's using that as a finisher, as a mocking to Danielson, but yeah, Saturday they're in Cardiff, so it is on a tape delay, but I think it's only like a 2-hour tape delay compared to what normally would be like a 8-hour tape delay, like it's going to be on Wednesday. Yeah, just a reminder, next Wednesday they are running a 3-hour show. It's going to be the Collision Dynamite combo. Good old biting. He bit his dick! He bit his dick! Perry bit his dick! With the hair, you couldn't see it, but he bit his dick! I'm surprised you don't see it more. But isn't that sort of a low blow? You would think biting somebody's dick would be an illegal move, right? Maybe it's just me, but he wants the win. He ain't going to get the win, but at least it's being entertaining here. There's the rain. There's the setup. He's not only holding on, he's rubbing it. Oh my God, here we go. Could you imagine? What a power slam by Okada. And now the Rainmaker. Perry was a lot closer than you would think at that point. He had no business winning that match. Let's call a spade here. Let me just quickly get this up, and we're going to have the updated stats almost as fast as they do, even though they have the advantage of actually knowing what's going to happen. There you go, folks. Thank you, Excalibur, for saying something we all think here. Why in the bloody blue hell are they giving him a microphone? Oh my God. One of the guys from GCW, Emil J. Luke Perry's son just bit Kuzuzhka Okada's penis on TBS. Stuff you would not hear said in 2025. He's trying to recruit. I love this crowd. It's just simple. Shut up. Okay. Really? Does anybody believe that he's going to take it? Can Omega drop Callis? I wonder when they're finally going to pay this story off. All right, I'm going to take the graphic off now. This is getting away from C2. What are you waiting for? Yeah, you being a doofus. Cut your strings and put you in a chair. Callis really has a way with words, doesn't he? I got 3 words. I believe the term "go fuck yourself" would be the right one to go here. Callis running away like a scalded dog. Here comes Luchasaurus to even things up a little bit more. Did Luchasaurus change hands? Ha! He's a very smart dinosaur to cook up this little plan here. Oh, please. Okada deserved that. Callis, what were you doing getting in the ring in the first place? Oh, please. Let's have the Omega music. Takeshita took the bullet? I bet you Okada wouldn't have done that. Like, that's odd. I don't know the better way to put it than odd. The fact that took that bullet for Callis after everything that's gone on here. I want to see that split. I want to see it sooner than later, but they are really slow dripping that split right now. It is a head scratcher, but it's also saying you have an excuse, right? Hey, TJ, hope you're doing well, sir. Hope everything's going well tonight. Callis to eat a That's where the end game has to be. Omega has to finish this up. The downfall of Mercedes. Let's go. About to eat some dinner. Hey, cool. What do you got on the pallet tonight? We got steak in some hands. We got... Are they waiting for Ospreay to return to start the split? I don't know. Do you really need to wait for Ospreay? Because Ospreay really doesn't have anything to do with that split. I honestly feel it's the. I honestly think they're gonna pull this at World's End. The only other thing I could think of, girlfriend's making spaghetti and garlic bread. That deserves a spaghetti and garlic bread. That is like a win in every circle there. Got to get your carbs whenever you get them. Something I haven't had in a long time. But party at TJ's. That works for me. So for anybody that's popped in late, I want to give a special shout out, first of all, to each and every one of you for being here tonight. And if any of you want to be a part of Backbreaker Wrestling, our eFed that's going to be coming out to round out the timeline of 2K25, basically from January until the release in March of 26, I do believe that's when it's going to happen. Feel free to let me know if you have a created character already. Of course, preference will go to subs, of course. You know, got to give you privilege. But we do have a bit of a roster put together already. I'm going to get some unique characters to do there, so. Beef and Brock. Hey, you know what? You're supporting local, Nats. That is also a win. We will give you that. Walker's having camp steak because he works at a camp, so it's also great. Get your theories. It's Briscoe time. Oh, yeah, Briscoe's got a promo coming up. He's probably going to be talking about his match with Garcia on Saturday. It's interesting that they're using Garcia as the first title defense for Briscoe at this point. And the fact that they ushered Fletcher away from that title oh so quickly gives me hope for the fact that they're going to get him pushed towards a lot of the higher level titles here. Yes, he's in the C2. I don't feel that. Also have Chinese food on Christmas. Hey, you know what? It's always a great tradition when you see certain things like that. And Chad, if you have any special Christmas traditions that you do, please let me know. Feel free to throw them in the chat here. For myself, we will be here on Christmas Day for AEW Collision. It is an early start time of 6 p.m. Eastern, so make sure you stop by and say hello if you have time. I understand that time of year is very busy for your families and whatnot, but I treat you guys like family here, and it's always great to have you here whenever you get a chance. So we'll be here. We'll be talking a lot of Christmas stuff. I always joke that the one fat man that always gets me gifts, I always look in the mirror. But I digress. Eddie Kingston in a DMX shirt. For our grandpa's passing every year, we roast the cousins who are Cowboy fans on Hanukkah. There's a little bit of history there that Eddie brought up. That got cut off. So yeah, now we get the Briscoe and I bet you Garcia shows up, if not all the Death Riders as part of this. That looks like a toy title. That doesn't. I love the camel title, by the way. But yeah, if you get a chance to check it out, make sure you check out Collision this Saturday. I'm assuming that this will probably be the main event with Briscoe and Garcia. It's hard trying to promote a match that's country away. And let's face it, Cardiff is going to sell out. Like, they only get wrestling, what? 2 times a year? 2-3 times a year? They were right. He wouldn't win the big one. Well, we're not hating. We were just being real. There's a difference. This crowd almost feels like they're waiting for Garcia to show up at this point. I thought it'd be more tan than white, to be honest. Talk about his ass. Beans and pork rinds, apparently. Okay. That's what I figured. Wheeler Yuta, everybody's favorite Death Rider. Okay. Such respect from this crowd. But nobody cares. Nobody cares what you're saying today. I hate the fact that they cut off the bottom part or the top part of the sign behind them. All you can hear is corn on the cob. Mark Briscoe fears corn on the cob. That deserves a ring shot, folks. Danny boy. See, the proper term is if you feel froggy, jump. Yeah, but Wheeler's got to turn around and nail him. Now here comes Claudio or Pac from behind. It has to be. They literally didn't do anything. Wow. Pac's not here. Claudio's not here. They actually might be running a half crew tonight because they might be sending people already over to Wales to do some extra advertising for the show on the weekend, right? Again. Well, they said they were looking for Statlander while they found her. That was hilarious. All right. The Triangle of Madness decides they want to show up, and then all of a sudden they don't want to show up. That was okay. And Jamie Hayter's not involved in any of it. That's the weird part. Oh, this place is about to come unglued, folks. Swerve's first match back since knee surgery, where he spent a lot of time in the gym apparently working on his upper body. Because he looks like a goddamn triangle at this point. You know, it's a little telling when Hangman is the former champ and he's getting second privilege here, right? Walker! What in the blazing? Lily's has converted a Prime sub into a Tier 1. So we get the MJF logo there. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you once again. Somebody's suing Nana here for that coffee going in their face, I bet. So Swerve's got a stapler on his chain. It had 2 days left, so I might as well do that. Also, the steak was not great cut, but everything else is nice. Yeah, we've had beef and broccoli in here tonight. We had spaghetti and garlic. Garlic bread. Staple gun to everybody. Screw it. Shibata stapled the wrong guy. Jesus. But Walker, thank you for the sub. I appreciate you. Can't wait to see you back in town here. I think you said it was going to be next weekend, maybe? When you get back in, let me know. I got your package for you. Plus, I might have something extra for you if you want it. Don't let me forget to DM me about that. Oh, this brings back World War III days, folks. If you don't remember World War III, it was one of WCW's rather interesting concoctions. Could be tomorrow for all I know. Layoffs are rolling like crazy around here. Hey. I'm assuming, are those Christmas layoffs or just work's done, we're getting out of here layoffs? Maybe don't say the steak's too bad, so... Oh, and the job layoffs. Okay, so... It's not the worst thing in the world, then. So if you didn't watch World War III for WCW, for some reason WCW thought it would be a great idea to have a 60-person battle royal for the WCW Championship after the Giant, aka Big Show, and Hollywood Hogan. There was a little bit of controversy involving the Yeti. Shivani's words, not mine. So basically, they ended up having 3 sets of commentators, 3 rings, 20 people each ring. And picture in commentary rotating picture. It was one of the biggest production messes I have ever seen in the history of pro wrestling. Yes, there are bad camera cuts. Yes, there are bad spots shown. But this one here, you literally could... It almost looked like Red Zone. Walker, this was 97. This was like after the NWO formed. Oh, no, you might be right. It might have been 95. I'm just trying to remember. No, Hogan was still with Jimmy, so yeah, that would have made sense. It would have been 95. God, thank you for keeping me on track here on this. Jesus. But yeah, that old WCW, like, there was a lot of goofy stuff on there, but they had some real good ideas. They just... Great ideas are great ideas until you execute them poorly. Sort of like the women's tag tournament, right? So... Sorry, just heard my heaters kick in, so I'm like, yeah, we're getting cold in here. So just a heads up, everybody, there is an ad break coming up in a minute and a half here. I'll try to put another ad break in when we actually have a commercial break coming in so we can try to stay somewhat in line with what's going on. But yeah, we still got, after this match here, which basically is just going all around the building, and technically has not started yet. Welcome to War Games all over again. After this, we got Fletcher and Mike Bailey, and then we got the main event, which will be some Eddie Kingston and Samoa Joe. Yeah, we got 2 matches left on the card tonight. After this, so I'm assuming they get 10 more minutes for this, and you probably get about 15 for the Bailey and Fletcher. So technically, here are the rules, Texas Tornado style. Danielson's doing the grunt work for me here, but essentially, you still have to follow the rules, except there's no tags. Speedball, love you, buddy, but you're getting rolled by Fletch. More than likely, honestly, Walker, if you get a chance, go back and watch Okada and Perry. It was a lot closer than you would expect. Like, Okada did get the win, don't get me wrong, but Perry put in a lot more than what we probably would have thought about it. Roddy's so mad in the background. Oh, just talking about the conglomeration. Yeah, like, I love how people are talking about Willow and Harley and the tag team victory. I think it definitely is worth it. Yeah, I got a feeling it's going to be a short but a crazy match between Kingston and Joe. Could you imagine them switching the title tonight? Not really, but just humor me here. Like, they talked about it being the 50th anniversary of Terry Funk winning the title for the first time. Even if they had to flip it back in Scotland, because Cardiff's pretty much booked for Saturday. Or if they have to do a rematch at World's End and it sort of delays the... Or it ends up doing a four-way with Kingston, Swerve, and Hangman. No, what are you doing there? Just sitting there? You found another coffee mug? No, you're an idiot. Well, that worked out. Except for the fact Hobbs was right by the table, should have went through it. And now they switch up partners. This almost feels like, a faster version of a WWE match. Because if you're not familiar with the formula, usually when they're doing four-ways, they'll find a way to sort of have two people be highlighted. And then for some reason, some big spot will happen and the other two will get highlighted. Swerve looks ready. Swerve looks hungry. Oh, he was thinking house call. So what's going to happen with the buckshot here? Nope. Oh, field goal is good. A different kind of buckshot. Attaboy, Shivani. Call the night. Call the night so far. Remember who ended Joe's last title reign? It was Swerve. I totally remember that. Well, Swerve ended that in a hurry. I almost wonder how they're going to do this here. Like, do I think Kingston should win a title? Yes. Do I think it should win this title tonight? Where do they play the story from here? That's the thing. If it ends up being Swerve and Hangman are going at it, I'd let that feud resume a little bit. Let Kingston win and let Joe take the title back at World's End. Because that's where Joe won the title too, right? Off MJF. Well, Hobbs, you're an idiot. And when does MJF appear? It might be after World's End. I honestly don't feel that you should be adding anybody, like any big talking points at this point, as you're leaving the country for a week and a half. But once again, AEW changing the formula every time. They're moving things along beautifully now. All right. You said do something. Well, we're going to do something. You're going to eat a table. That table's been sitting there way too long. And house call? Doesn't even hook the leg. Doesn't even hook the leg. The disrespect. The disrespect. The simple disrespect. And here comes Alexander, the other guy that was bitching he wants a title shot. Have you guys downloaded Swerve's new song yet? It got released, I believe, yesterday. That's why I don't play it on here, because, you know, DMCA, DMCA, DMCA. Callus, you... The Bucks find a partner. Is Kenny not around? Is Kenny dead? Who killed Kenny? You bastard. Like, hello? All right, I'm going to run a quick ad for those that aren't subscribed, just a heads up, so we don't have to deal with it as we're going through this next match here. So, for those that are subbed, once again, thank you for being here. Or you have Twitch Turbo, either way. If you have Twitch Turbo, it basically equivalent to the cost of 2 subs. And allows you to skip through all the ads. And any revenue that would have went to the streamer still goes to the streamer. So, and of course I gotta get the hiccups now, right? Let's get this back up on the screen while I grab a drink here. There, that should help. No, so as we're looking at the rest of this here, Fletcher wins this. And basically all he's looking as for is a win or a tie through the last 2 matches. He's got Pac and he's got Perry after this. Yeah, he's got Pac and Perry after this. Basically, Bailey, if he doesn't win this, he's got to run the table. And honestly, running the table, I don't think is going to be in the cards for a guy like Bailey, especially when he's still got Okada to go through yet. Like, I've seen crazier things happen when it comes to guys like Okada. Well, hell, Dorada beat Claudio on Saturday, so we've seen crazier things happen. But yeah, just we're gonna have to see how things work out here. But it honestly feels like, as unstraightforward as we feel it's gonna be, I think it's pretty straightforward at this point where we're going here. And could you imagine Fletcher already being at 9 points and we're not even halfway through? I would almost feel that everybody just be, you could just pencil him into the bracket for that night. As we're coming back from the commercial break, both on Twitch and on TV. Once again, everybody, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Uh-oh. Stokely, what are you up to? Okay. I thought they were going to wait till World's End, but they're going to do this next week. The Bang Bang Gang win next week. They have the rematch at World's End. Call it right now. I want to see it. All right, now let's get the graphic up. It's just good to see Speedball out here with all the others. Not the biggest fan for the fact that everybody, like all the teams have to face each other. Like, the Death Riders have a bit of a story with it. Okada, Fletcher, there's some history there, but not exactly the biggest story in the world. Jet Speed having to face each other, that's just... It almost feels like it's going to be a nothing match, too, on top of it. Even though Kevin did get that win over Perry, over Darby, so the fact he does have those 3 points banked up. See, they have a 25% chance of the Callis family winning the title. And combine that with let me get the calculator out. Let me get the calculator out because we got some interesting, equations to work with here, so let's... So, the odds of Fletcher winning are 8.3% of winning the Continental Classic, based on there's 12 competitors. So, if you take the 25% chance of the Callis family winning, plus the 8 1/3 of Fletcher, the 8 1/3 of Okada, and the 8 1/3 of Takeshita, we're getting we're almost at 54% there at this point. Then you take out Darby's 8% and give it to them because Darby can't win. We're up to about 60% at this point. I'm not trying to do Steiner math. I'm trying to do what Fletcher thinks that the odds are that they're getting that they're going to get there's a guarantee the championship stays in the Callis family. It was my poor rendition of Steiner math because I didn't have it pre-planned. I'm sorry. But having Fletcher win this one might... Speedball didn't have the shoulder down for like the first 5 chances there. Fletcher math. There we go. So, LA Knight has multiple years left on his deal. So, apparently that just came out. So, even though LA Knight got the Ricochet treatment, he's not getting the Ricochet result. Which, honestly, I think a lot of us wish that did happen. This crowd's cheering Fletcher. Like, seriously. This is a split crowd, and I love it. Fletcher does have it all, doesn't he? He's like trying to, He's got the charisma. He's got the talent. He's got youth on his side. Big thing is he hasn't had to deal with any real adversity yet. The biggest adversity that he's had so far is having his tag team partner injured for multiple months at a time when he was in New Japan. But now that Mark Davis is pretty much settling into basically settling into that spot with the Callis family now, he doesn't have to worry about it. All right, that is a very nice transition there. A full Nelson backbreaker into a full Nelson side slam. Like, seriously, a tilt-a-whirl, no less. Tilt-a-whirl into a full Nelson. Okay, yeah, there we go. Is there anything Fletcher can't do? "12 deals, 12 days." There we go. Fletcher feels like AEW Shawn Michaels. In many ways, he is. And he essentially is what Kenny Omega was to New Japan for all those years. for people that aren't familiar with the history of Kenny Omega in New Japan, he was that prototypical person who was in the juniors division and just couldn't break out onto the main card until he did. He kept getting opportunities, he kept knocking them out of the park, and then all of a sudden, block of the brainbuster. And Fletcher made a mistake. He doesn't make many of them. Speedball Tierras. Really want to see more Hangman and Swerve as a tag team, not one night only. They're kind of... By the way, FaZe, good to see you here tonight. But yeah, like, watching those two work earlier, like, they are two of the best in the business. We're going to see a lot more of them going forward. Would love to see them together, but I just have this weird feeling. Oh my God, that was a super kick. We're either going to get... Like, I got this weird... They talked about Terry Funk's 50-year anniversary. There might be a chance that we get a title change tonight. And if that's the case, we'll just get the rematch at World's End. Or there might be a way we get a triple threat at World's End. Even though I'd love to see even a trios. Could you imagine Tekla and Statlander could get an opportunity in a main event if they do a trios title match instead? Guys. Well, I'm with Walker here. Like, straight up, why? Why do you want to kill some? Like, I'm imagining Veda Scott at home right now. They sitting there and just, yeah. Why does he need to do that? I'll guarantee you this match ain't going to go much longer if that's the case. This match very well could end up being that first tie in the draw. With as long as it's been taken here, so. Why does he want his spine to look like a question mark? I'll give you that. That was nuts. Still kicked out, though. I'll give him credit for that. But yeah, there very well could be, if we end up getting a tie out of this, this actually, a tie at this position would create a lot more drama than a win for Fletcher here. Like I said, a win for Fletcher here, and he pretty much, I don't want to say guarantee, but he just needs part of a result going into that one of these last two matches here. Which, once again, isn't going to be the easiest feat in the world, but at the same time, I don't know if I'm going to expect Fletcher to lose both those matches coming out of it. Oh, God. Not again. Oh, yeah, you're going to that post, Fletch. No, he just changed it into a poison rana. You've seen it so many times. The guy gets him up in the fireman's carry. It's going to drive him into the post with the shoulder, and the guy jumps behind him, pushes him into it. But no, we're just going to turn it into a poison rana and just say to heck with it. But honestly, there is so much good coming out of AEW right now with this Continental Classic. And I love the fact that they're doing this in December. And my patience is going to get tested here over the next few weeks because this Saturday's show, like I said, I'm going to have to watch on delay. But the fact that you don't have to worry about much of the background before trying to catch up to it. Jesus, let's go. Cover the son of a gun. You want to end this or not? Is that Sting's kid? No, I think that's real Sting right there. You got to have at least one, if not two people dressed up as Sting in the audience. What the? McGee just walks in here with a resub for 45 months. Thank you, my friend. How you doing tonight? We're talking C2. We're talking interesting meals. We're talking about new tag team champions. We're doing good here tonight. So now that both you and Zodiac are here, I hope you're ready for Backbreaker Wrestling when it comes out, because you two are going to be very well connected. Just because I got some plans to getting married. Well, we'll see. That's all on you guys. Oh my God, the lawn dart. Fletcher's just not playing around. You ever get in a video game where you say you had enough playing and all of a sudden you're hitting signature, signature, signature? This is like AEW Fight Forever. Oh, you are? Okay. I will let you guys deal with the arrangements about that, but... Yes. No, if you guys still get a chance to create a character for 2K, I will take care of it. Want a good build up first? Hey, I think you'll understand real well when I get it put together. If I can get everything put together. One thing I keep forgetting is when I do this stuff, as I'm playing 2K and I'm downloading these characters, I realize all these parts that I haven't played yet that I need to go play to go figure this out. Or to download everything, so. I might just use the cheat code to do that, but. These guys are going into OT here. By the way, there is no OT in the Continental Classic. Oh no, Walker, I got yours. I think I'm one match away from getting yours done. All I did to get yours done. Actually, no, I had yours downloaded already because I already had that. I had enough points for that. Jesus, I thought that was going to be it. No, for Brian, I got to get Batista downloaded, and I don't have... I'm just missing one. I'm missing like 40 points. So I'll just do one more match. I'm doing Universe Mode with me. And I'm doing the Kevin Owens thing where I'm having feuds with everybody. Oh my God, just literally picks him up. Jesus! Sorry, I'll give up my thoughts on that. I'll bring that up later. Damn! We might get our first tie tonight. Bailey with a knockout. I really feel it's... Yeah, this is absolutely amazing. Does he hit this? Oh my God, he got it. Fletcher has got Reigns-like ability to hit that tiny little kick out right at the end. Like, and I give full credit to Roman Reigns because he is an absolute amazing wrestler at doing that. The 2.9999999. Well, there's your kick. Oh, he's going to go for the up kick and got caught with a straight kick. Oh, my God. Can I be blunt here, folks? This was the match that I didn't think mattered at all. And this is turning into the match of the night. Hurry up, Knox. God damn it, Knox. He was like me trying to get down on the cover on that one. Oh, I'm going to just get this knee down here. Then I'll get this knee down here. Then I got to try and lift my arm up. Then I might bring it down once. Then I have to yell 1. Then maybe I'll try to lift my arm again. Eventually. Fuck, that was like, ugh. If he wasn't buds with the Bucks, he'd be long gone already. Let's put it that way. Good old 2K in a cage reffing. That's what that was. Oh, shit. Bailey, oh, God. Speedball kicks out. We're going to go to a draw. He's got to hit it again. If he wants to get this, he's got to hit it again. Oh, no, he's going for top rope. Oh, my God. Reverse. Reverse. Gonna go for a power bomb. Yep. Cover. Roll through. Roll through. Fucking Speedball pulling out the match of the tournament so far. Nope, reverse. Oh my God. Oh, went for the straight jacket. Nope. Oh. Oh my God. Let's go. 1 minute to go. And he pulls it out. One minute to go. And Bailey puts himself on the board. That, you know what? You want to talk about matches of the tournament? That might be the match of the tournament right there. Let me get this downloaded so you guys can get the updated stats right now. There you go. It's updated for y'all. Been the best match in months, absolutely. That's the last one for tonight, so I can close that screen up. Best match in months for both got. Well, they might have a match on Saturday. They each got what? Speedball's got 3 more to go yet. And I like how Hangman always says Men's World Championship. And then on Saturday, you're going to have Swerve after he beats Alexander. Or does it end up being a no match? And we end up getting a 4-way with Alexander in there. Okay, Fletcher's my personal wrestler. Hey, I would not argue about that whatsoever. Like I said, when we do our final wrap-up of the year, I just don't talk about MVP. I talk about MOP as well. There's two very different distinctions between the two. Most valuable and most outstanding. Valuable does not necessarily need to be the most outstanding wrestler, but it's the one that basically carries a lot of situations there. And I feel that, we'll talk about that when we get to our year-end stuff. I don't want to spill too much here, but I will spill what's coming up out here on the stream in the next few days. Once again, everybody, thank you for being here. Zodiac McG, thank you for the subs. For those on YouTube, whether you're watching on short form or long form, that we're now able to do, which we will improve on because this came up 3 minutes to go. Never know. Thank you for being here. Upcoming out the stream here on Twitch specifically. Tomorrow morning, I might... It's 50-50 right now. Because tonight, we're going to continue on with WWE 2K25. As long as everybody shows up. If they don't, we're going to be whipping through some weeks. We're going to try to get 10 trophies here and get moved on here. But tomorrow, a little bit of Horizon Forbidden West. We are very close to finishing. So we might have a quick stream about that this week. But tomorrow night, if you guys are at all interested in what's coming up in video games for the next year, join me here. I'm probably going to start about, if I do remember, the pre-show is on at 7:30 Eastern. So I'll probably pop on around 7 o'clock here as we can talk about a lot of the stuff that's going to be going down and everything that's going to be moving here. So, we'll be here for the Game Awards. It will be on the screen, so there's no sidecasting involved. We are an official co-streamer of the event, so make sure you stop by. Friday, we'll be a little TBA. Saturday, no Collision sidecast once again. Told you before, I can't be here when it's earlier. I will be here approximately 10 p.m. Eastern with the Season 3 draft of a WWE 2K25 My GM, the solo run. And if I get way too pissed off at the John Cena retirement show, we might be out a little sooner. Sunday, we'll be here probably for Fortnite. Keep tuned on socials. But next Wednesday, 3 hours of Dynamite, Collision. They got their super show. You see Nick's little flex there, just try to get himself over. So who are they going to be facing? So which members of the Callis family are we going to get? That's the question. But to wrap up my spiel there, once again, everybody, whether you're lurking, whether you're chatting, whether you're here for a good time, a short time or a long time, thank you for being here. I always appreciate you. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching on Twitch, make sure you hit the follow button. We're going to have Gift September or Gift December or Giftmas, whatever it's called, probably coming up next week here. So there will be sub discounts coming up. And for those that are already subbed and want a discount, you can update your renewal to include the discount. So it's one thing they fixed earlier. Shout out to Deporticus here. I'm just gonna quote tweet what he put here. If you haven't heard the story of Deporticus here, AEW fan, brand new AEW fan, started in 2023. He ended up doing media for Final Battle here this past weekend. And he just put out there, Speedball and Fletcher just casually putting on Match of the Year contender on a random Wednesday night. That's why I watch this show. Sorry, answering socials real quick. So it's 5 minutes to. I really wonder how far they're going to go over here. I really don't want it too long. Not that I don't want to see a good match, but at the same time, we got some 2K to get to, damn it. Fletcher hasn't missed a week. Honestly, I don't think I've seen a real bad match out of Fletcher, period. He's, like we said, he is on a trajectory of another Kenny Omega, right? Kingston fired up, and Joe's just like, all right, I got to calm this down eventually here, but. Well, Hook just got tossed. He only lasted, what, 30 seconds? My God, maybe you can afford to go get a haircut now. He wasn't even here long enough to make an impact on the show. Might get a haircut. I don't have any hair to get a haircut. By the way, good to see you, STG. No, Hook getting a haircut because he got off early on the match, right? Second wasted of the night. Let's go. Thank you for the I will try to fix the Twitch alert for that. So It's good to see you here. It's good to see everybody here tonight. Everybody popping in and out. Our first night going vertically on YouTube. Randomly. Roughly. I hope it turned out well. I hope people enjoy it. If it goes well, I'll work on getting an actual layout done for it so it looks a little better. But yeah, other than that, like, it's been a great chat tonight. We've been talking Christmas dinners. We've been talking women's tag titles, which honestly, I know that we got a lot of good stuff come out of this, but think about it. Harley and Willow being the first tag champs. I think the best way we summed it up is right call, but wrong way to get there. And it's one thing AEW is great at. Is the fact that they managed to sneak out. What's a mic alternative to Christmas dinner other than turkey and ham? Oh, my Christmas dinner is always the same. It might be a little different this year because I am streaming that night. I usually get like a 2-pound roast, and some craft dinner. That's usually about it. Rock versus Mankind vibes. Which one? That's the only one I'm worried about. Yeah, it's easy. It's simple. Well, I'm just by myself for Christmas. So, for me, Christmas is just another Thursday this year. The only good thing about it is the fact that which main event are you looking at, Nats? Are you talking about Royal Rumble? You talking about St. Valentine's Day Massacre? You talking about Halftime Heat? Are the spots I manage close on Christmas? Previous years I've had to be on like security duty for Christmas. But because I booked the day before and 3 days after, I'm not doing it this year. So, you talking about Rumble? I'll be honest, Nats, when it comes to Mankind Rock and that Rumble match, I try not to think of it a whole lot because I know what happens in it. The spot heard around the world. The spot that gets brought up every time wrestling is put in a bad eye. Like hell. The only other thing that was stupider said than talk, like, I'm not putting any shade on you, Nats, on this, but for me, one of the stupider things done today, Taker put out a post talking about the Toothless Aggression era with one of the new guys out of NXT. Does anybody else here remember the man who started the Toothless Aggression era in WWE? Let me give you a hint. Redacted. Ugh. How is AEW today? AEW was absolutely amazing. I would have to, like, if we're going to give it ranks, have it like Taker's show since his wife was brought. That's fair. I haven't watched Taker's show, period, to be honest. But PJC, to sum up what happened so far tonight, Harley and Willow are the new women's tag champs. I like that WrestleMania 20, by the way. I will still watch that just fine, except for, Goldberg and Lesnar can go fuck themselves. But anyway, Speedball Mike Bailey and Kyle Fletcher put on what perhaps could be the match of 2025. And the weird thing about AEW is the fact that, we have 21 days to go to the end of the year, and we could probably still get another 5 more to go. I get it. Match of the year contender. Zodiac. Contender. There's still, exactly. Like I said, contender. And like I said, we still have 21 days to go before the end of the year here. Like Chris growing up sucks with that. Yeah, fair enough. He's from my town. Like, I actually met him. I knew Chris. So, I get it. But yeah, and then Perry and Okada was better than expected, but still not over the moon. The tornado tag was everything you expect. Which we all agree that Chris is still one of the best wrestlers to ever. Well, I'll agree with you. The only problem is people can't separate the two, which I can totally understand. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate that. And I'm not at a point where I can really argue the point either way or the other. I still got my Toothless Aggression shirt. It's about 2 sizes too small, so it's more of a belly shirt for me. Maybe I'll wear it on stream sometime if I have another shirt to go underneath it. Because nobody here wants to see my belly. Glad I'm watching this instead of the hockey. Oh, how bad are the Flames getting spanked tonight? That's the question I have. Or are they winning and they're not supposed to be? That's the question I have. It's one way or the other here. Down 4-0? Jesus. You're not even, what? That's one period in, isn't it? No, I spent most of my day midway through second. Okay, so halfway through the... Well, you got to remember, Walker, the Oilers were in a similar situation yesterday to Buffalo and decided to go into McDavid mode for the last half a period. I got a point out of it, which is probably the one thing you absolutely don't want to have. And Joe with that snap power slam. God damn, is he good. As soon as he saw him bounce off the ropes, you know exactly what he was going into there. Could be worse, Walker. You could be a Raptors fan. Remember when The Miz won the match to the Calgary Flames? Yeah, to get his job back, the Canada Kid. That was hilarious. The Flames are 30th in the league and somehow 3 points out of a playoff spot. The home against the Oilers may play. So basically, Walker, you are learning exactly what the Oilers were doing pretty much from 2000 to 2005. And then 2007 to 2015. Actually, no, 13, because that's when I think Nuge came in, so. And out of nowhere, a exploder, Jesus. It's been a weird that way, not one. This is what the NHL wants. And this is what you get with the pity point. Caps are 19-8. Hey, I will give you a win for that, Nats. Until the NHL goes to the 3-point system, you're going to have this more and more every year. It's going to suck because the trade deadline is going to be absolutely dead. Joe just looks like a criminal. Ah! Oh, by the way, PJC, we did get a dick biting tonight. Apparently illegal dick biting. MLB and NHL are fighting for worst conditioner. Oh, I said it right. It is a dick biting. Okada went for a pile driver on Perry, and after Okada previously bit Perry's arm for the snare trap, he went for the pile driver, and Perry covered it up because he had his hair in the way, but he bit his dick to get out of it. So missed the hurricane. There we go. What a time to be alive. Eddie's not giving up. I gave up. I thought he'd pass out, but 50-year anniversary of Terry Funk's first world title win. Yeah, I love the fact that I said he wasn't going to tap out, and then 2 seconds later he taps out. I would have just passed out if I was Eddie. AEW practically merged with Peter. That's fair, yeah. It's pretty much exactly it, too. Yeah, don't forget, folks, Dynamite next week is 3 hours. Okada, Takeshita, and Hichisero. Why the frick is Don Callis putting those three together? Like, we are getting... Oh, yeah, that's right. We are getting the Bang Bang Gang and FTR for the tag titles. And the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal. The old warehouse is gone, yeah. The owner still has it, and he still wants to run it, but unfortunately, that's, world's changed. World's changed from where it's been, but overall tonight, hell of a night. Once again, another match of the year contender here. Contender, Zodiac, calm down. With Speedball and Fletcher. Give it an 8 out of 10. I'm not going to argue about that. If I was going to go anywhere different on that, Nats, I might go 8.5 with the new women's tag champs, and absolutely the right call with Willow and Harley win the titles, the Babes of Wrath. Jack Perry biting dick tonight, still biting the loss. Briscoe in a rather awkward confrontation with Daniel Garcia, I think is the best way to put it. That the Death Riders were pulling Garcia off instead of trying to go for the 3-on-1 beatdown, which just confused me a little bit, but that doesn't really surprise me. Then the main event here, I think we all predicted Joe would win. It might have been a little bit... The fact that Bayley won over Fletcher tonight sort of is the only surprise tonight. Exactly why I dropped it from a 9 because of Mark and Daniel. Yeah, like that promo was off. The fact we didn't have FTR in a promo, it was just Stokely promoting the match next Wednesday. The fact that the Bucks probably pre-taped that segment with Luchasaurus and Omega. There were a lot of people not at this show tonight because they are only running one show, because they are heading to Wales on Saturday, which means probably a lot of them are already over there prepping for this, so probably a lot of pre-tapes. But still, like, it's awesome when we're doing this, and the fact that AEW, a rough show is a 8 show. Meanwhile, we're watching other programs, and a rough show ends up being like a 4 or a 3. And the only fact we don't keep them lower than that is just to respect the wrestlers that are actually being part of the match here. So, but that's going to wrap it up for this portion of the show. For those on Twitch, stay in your seats. We're going to get into online GM here in just a moment. And for those watching on YouTube, pop into, I'll explain that in a bit, Nats, here. So pop over to our Twitch chat, twitch.tv/MikeTheRef, due to copyrights and all that. And the fact I'm filming this for Backbreaker Gaming, we don't have it up on our wrestling YouTube channels. So I will not be here for Saturday. I will be watching Saturday night's main event, but I'll be watching it myself. After Saturday night's main event, we will be doing the season 3 draft for my solo Mind GM run and doing week 1. If rumors are true and Cena and Gunther are leading off, depending on how the rest of the show's going, I might fire up early, and well, we'll draft early if we can. But just giving you guys a heads up of what's going on here. But for those on YouTube, once again, thank you for being here. Make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit the subscribe. Throw a comment in there. Throw some emojis. And make sure you join us on Saturday here for, or join us next Wednesday for AEW Dynamite Collision Combo Show. And once again, thank you for joining us over on Backbreaker Video.